Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki. I post about all things tech, notion, and design. And today I'm starting a new series on my channel called Design Diaries, where I take you through a day or a few days in my life as a graphic designer. I thought it would be really fun to just make like a cozy work from home kind of vlog. So I want to take you guys through some of the projects that I'm working on and show you the end results and everything like that. So a little bit of context for this video just about like what I do. So I'm a freelance graphic designer and I work primarily with content creators and influencers, designing pretty much whatever graphics they need for their brand and for their content. So that could be anything from brand and web design to Pinterest and LTK graphics, animating YouTube intros, YouTube thumbnails, video graphics, and so much more. This is like such a dream job for me. I absolutely love getting to help creators build their brands and their businesses and help them achieve their dreams basically. So very, very grateful that I get to do this for a living. So I don't know if this is going to be just a day in my life or a few days in my life, but I have quite a lot to do over the next couple days. I have some client work to do, I have some digital freebies to design, and then I also have a really fun portfolio project that I'm working on right now. So I have my tea here. I'm definitely ready to jump in and get designing for the day. So let's go ahead and get started. So I think I'm going to start with my portfolio project first, and this one is actually a branding project. So I designed this logo a few months ago for a lifestyle content creator, and what I want to do for this project is expand it into an entire YouTube brand. So I want to design some thumbnails, I want to animate some YouTube intros, do a channel banner, and create a beautiful looking channel for Sierra. These are some of my favorite projects to do, so let's go ahead and get designing. So for this project, I really want to animate two different YouTube intros. I want to do a more generic intro that will fit with any one of Sierra's videos. And then I also want to do a more specific what's in my bag intro. I love a good what's in my bag video. They always feel so nostalgic to me. And also for these intros, I definitely want to stick with a more neutral color palette, keeping it very soft and cozy with brown and green accents to match Sierra's branding. I also want to do kind of a scrapbook inspired style. And then for the animation, I definitely want to keep that scrapbook style and also take inspiration from like stop motion. So I ended up working on these over the course of a few days, but I'm going to put the final results in this video for you guys to see, and here's how they turned out. But yeah, I am so excited to get these onto my portfolio and onto Pinterest, and let's go ahead and move on to our next project. Okay, so I think I'm going to pause working on the animations for today. I do plan to put the final results in this video though, so I think you guys will have already seen them by now. But the next thing on my to-do list for today is a little bit of client work. So I have a client who is a home and lifestyle creator, and she is launching her email list soon. So exciting. And I need to design her a welcome email. So this will be the email that visitors get immediately once they sign up for her newsletter. I absolutely love her style. She loves a lot of neutrals, textures, and embossing. So that's what I'm going to be working on for the next however long it takes me. And I can't really show active client work, so please enjoy this cute little montage of me designing, and I will check back in with you later. Also, this candle smells absolutely amazing. This is the White Barn Cranberry and Gala Apple candle. This is such a good fall scent. It smells exactly like apple cider. I love a good White Barn candle, really any candle, to set the mood while I'm working. So it is a little bit later now. I got all cozy. I have my blanket here. We have another cup of lemon tea, but I have sent the email design off to the client, so it feels really good to have that done. I won't have to do anything else for it unless she comes back with any edits, which I don't think I'll be getting any today if there are any, because it's already like late afternoon. So for her emails, I usually design them in Photoshop, but I wanted to chat a little bit about what I use overall as a designer and like my favorite software. And the answer to that is it really just depends on the project, but I mainly alternate between Adobe programs and Canva. And then for my animation projects, I'm usually doing those in DaVinci Resolve. That's also what I use to edit videos. If I'm building out like a template set for a client, that's usually something that's a lot faster and easier to do in Canva. But if I'm doing something that has a lot of custom typography treatment, that's something I'll usually do in either Illustrator or Photoshop. So it really just depends on what my goals are for the project, what my client's goals are for the project. And then from there, I'll kind of determine which software is the best one to help me get there. But now I can check my client work off of my to-do list for the day. And I'm gonna move on to the final thing on my list, which is my freebies. So if you don't know, on my website, I have an entire content creator freebies library. And I have a bunch of things in there like YouTube thumbnail templates, channel banner templates, a bunch of cute little graphics that you can use in your videos. And these are all completely free to download and use. So I will have that linked down below if you're interested. I highly recommend checking it out if you're a creator. But today I want to make a few things to add to that library. Specifically, I want to make a video opener, I want to make a video transition, and then I want to make a couple of really cute frames for videos to help make your footage look more aesthetic, and mine as well. I use a lot of these freebies myself. And then the other thing I want to make is a little subscribe animation that I can use in my videos. I'm definitely thinking I want to make it like very iOS core, but very neutral and simple to fit with my branding. So excited to start working on that and all of these other projects. But regardless, I'll definitely have all of the end results in this video so you can see how everything turned out. And I'm gonna go ahead and sip my tea and get back to designing. So I think I'm going to start with the frames. I want these to be very simple, very neutral, something that I can easily overlay onto my footage and make like my B-roll look just a little bit more cute and aesthetic. I want to do some really simple patterns. I'm thinking one with just a stripe pattern and then the other one with like a checkerboard pattern. So for these, I'm working in Photoshop and I have the patterns created. And then the final step is just going to be to cut out a transparent hole in the middle and add a nice blur effect to the edges. I want the edges to be really smooth and just kind of fade into the footage. And that's pretty much it for those. And then moving on to the heart animations. Like I said before, I'm making two versions for this. One is going to be a video opener and then the other one is more of a transition. So this one's also going to be pretty simple. I'm just going to make a transparent heart in the middle of a plain neutral background. And then I want to make the edges blurred like I did with the frames to get that nice dreamy effect. And then once I have my graphics, I'm going to bring them into DaVinci Resolve and do the actual animation parts. For the animation, I want it to start with the plain neutral background, and then I want the heart to kind of appear and then grow and eventually take over the whole screen. Next, I'm going to move on to the little subscribe animation that I'm going to be using in my videos from now on. So I definitely want this to have a tech theme since I post a lot about tech. And I want to take inspiration from a classic pop-up, but also take inspiration from iOS. Definitely sticking with a flat and neutral illustrative design style to match my branding. I also decided to put a little heart in the upper left corner of this graphic just to make it look a little bit cuter. And then I'm going to have some text in the middle and then my two buttons underneath. And then once I have the actual graphic designed, I'm going to bring it into DaVinci and start animating. So for the animation, I want to have this kind of come down from the top of the screen the way a notification does. And then I'm going to have a mouse appear and kind of move over the buttons and then click on the right one. So yeah, pretty cute, pretty simple. And I'm going to go ahead and keep working on this until I'm done. So I recently found this keychain, and what this is a little lip balm cap on the end of it. I have my little Summer Fridays here, and I've taken the cap off, and then what you do is you put it onto the little keychain. And then we have this cute little lip balm bag charm. Like, how adorable. I love this. And then I also have this cute little bubble N attached to it. And then this cute little tassel just came with the bag. But yeah, so fun. I have been loving my bag charms lately, so I just wanted to share that like for inspiration. But back to design, I have officially finished everything that I've been working on in this video, and I'm really excited to show you how it all turned out. So first we have the two little frames that you've been seeing me use actually throughout this whole video. I love how these turned out. I feel like they're gonna help my footage look so much cuter, and yours too. I love how soft and neutral these are, and just with a very simple pattern, I think they came out perfect. And then moving on to the heart animations, starting with the video opener version. I actually used it at the beginning of this video, but here's an example of how you might use it. And then I also have a version that's meant to be a transition, so here's an example of how you might use that one. And then for the little subscribe animation, here's how that one turned out. So adorable. I feel like this fits my channel vibe really, really well. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos just like this one all the time on all things tech, digital planning, and design. I'm planning a little series all about my favorite phone widgets, both for very aesthetic widgets and then for functional widgets. So you won't want to miss that video. And don't forget that all the freebies I made in this video are available on my website in my content creator freebies library. So I will have that linked down below. So if you want to use them in your own content, you can. And with all that being said, thank you for watching the very first episode of Design Diaries. This was a lot of fun to make. I'll be throwing these in every now and again along with my regular content. So my customizations and tutorials aren't going anywhere. I hope this left you feeling inspired to create whatever that looks like for you. Sending you lots of love, and I'll see you next time.